play. The team completes their planning to go deep within the plastic jungles of Redmond and murder everything they see before stealing some antiquated technology. The Ork Messiah divines the future of metahumanity within his kingdom, and Dr. Improv examines some patients in the creepiest fashion possible before making a very special air freshener. It's time to begin episode 36. I see the hordes toppling the towers.
Okay, what does that look like?
You know, orcs are a very repressed people, and there's sort of this obscure prophecy that one day the oppressed people will rise up in mass and create a new community which will be governed in a utopian fashion and not at all fallible to the sort of things that have happened in the past in history, because those parts of history didn't include orcs being in control. And strangely enough, this Ork Messiah looks almost exactly like Horatio to Horatio.
I was about to get to that. Yeah, at some point during this vision, because it lasts for. At some point during this vision, you begin seeing a future version of yourself.
I'm gonna be the Baron's king. I've seen it. I see the hordes toppling the towers, the glittering glass, the new yin on the ground, and everywhere, happy orcs.
But do you sit in a throne that's constructed from the AK-97s of your enemies?
Well, absolutely. Surprisingly, it's not all that comfortable.
That's because you're supposed to put the pistol grip pointed down, not pointed up.
I'm thinking that the barrels, would come out where the arms are, so that anyone who disobeys you and doesn't instantly bend the knee, you just full auto fire them from the throne. They're probably some human allied individual.
Moving on from the acid trip. Yeah, probably so. What do you do to actually help diagnose this woman and figure out what's wrong with her?
She's gonna peer at the woman really closely in the face and use her tremor dampener to be very still while she does it, just so she can look very closely. And as she examines the woman, her hands are gonna morph in size dramatically as she examines all the areas where, if the woman's shaking, as she examines areas of diagnostic value with her microscopic eyes.
We can also plug her into a med kit and get the eval from the med kit as well.
That too.
It's not as cool or as creepy, but to
Look,
be
man,
boring.
flex hands. I gotta use them.
They're so creepy.
Now, one other thing I can do is, as I'm examining her, if there's any indications of bumps or anything, I have tactile sensitivity. And also, if I can make a small incision, I don't know how much you let me use my rating 4 radar sensor to pulse inside her. Right? Be like, I wonder what's in here. My flex hand can fit in a very small opening.
Why?
Oh god, can we fade to black, please? Just result to a die roll. I don't want to know more. Oh god. Oh, the flex hand.
I mean, you can make a slight incision, right?
Well,
exploratory incision. You can do that.
Well, first off, she feels like she's burning up, and then obviously, like, she has a fever just looking at her. All around her eyes, the sclera is almost purely bloodshot red. She's shaking and shivering with chills. You notice that there is a slight scratch up underneath her armpit. It doesn't appear to be infected of any kind. It's fairly ugly. You don't have any like zoology or any
I do.
Do you?
I have zoology.
Okay. Would you mind making me a roll, please?
Regular zoology, may I apply a domestic spec, or would you prefer parazoology?
Do you have parazoology?
I do have parazoology.
Roll that then.
My brain fails me. Do I want to edge that? Do I want to edge that? I want to edge that. Oh god, why am I spending edge on this?
It's hard. Like you can't narrow down exactly what it is, but you notice that it's a pretty ragged cut that seems to have gone from top to bottom versus like side to side or up to down. So it's shallow at the top and the bottom, but pretty deep in the middle. So whatever it was moving very quickly, was just swiping down at her.
I will pass this along to the team. Yo, guys, I think an animal might have done this to her.
Did you know that metahumans are the real animals? And by that I mean humans. She's not part of the plan. Someday the king will be here. I am the king.
Sorry. Yeah, but when you actually look in her eyes and use the magnifying vision on it, you know some telltale signs around the iris that it's starting to go either like it's going from like her eyes are like a deep green. It's going like around the edges from like a green to almost a light gray.
And what does that mean? Would that earlier medicine roll given me like some diagnoses?
That's the thing. It could be a couple of different things. Roll it again as a knowledge skill this time with a +2 from Kennel.
Hey, not bad.
You've probably read about something similar before,
I
but
read
with
the
her eyes
textbook once; it was in there.
but with her eyes going gray, with the fever that she's doing, again, now that you look for it, you notice that her fingernails have grown to a significant degree, to where they're about an inch or two over her actual, further over her actual fingers. There's a good chance that she's infected with HMHPV.
Oh boy.
I knew it. With my 2 hits on fantasy sci-fi trids, have I seen this happen in any recent movies?
Yes, the most recent one, it was in Grognak the Barbarian, where he was recently captured and abducted by the aliens from Mars, and his most recent girlfriend was also taken, and she was changed in their cell into a ghoul.
Yo, man, I think they got astronauts coming here. Horatio, you remember that movie we watched a couple weekends ago with Grognak the Barbarian when they got done snatched up by the Martian people?
And that's what he responds.
You have to read it.
The cleansing rain is coming. It will wash away the wicked, dressed in purple and green. Red will be the rain, paving the way for the prophesied stork, who will bring out the golden hearts. Their hearts beat blue, but will soon be gold.
Now,
Gold is the true color of the blessed AKs that bring the rain of lead, the cleansing lead.
okay.
I'm sorry. You are purple. You will not be part of the cleansing lead. There is hope for you yet.
Fucking dying.
Okay then.
Oh man, seriously, Kennel is gonna dose your morning coffee every day from now on. This is great.
If you're wondering what he's tripping on, he's on red mescaline, by the way.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I was guessing. Oh man.
He is absolutely having a vision quest right now.
She said that she was growing fungus, so you know.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you do, Improv? You've diagnosed her.
Well,
there's basically nothing you can do.
Well, does it look like she's past the point where she had where she's made the saving throws?
No, she would still be in the middle of all of that.
All right, we need to find rock lizard blood.
Rock lizard what?
Makes you immune to disease.
Where the frag are we gonna find something like that? Like, Kennel will just start like opening drawers and looking.
Oh shit, we don't have running resources. We can't find it. Oh well, rip. Is there, apart from that, to my knowledge and lore, there's no way to treat HMHV by like cutting off the limb you got bit on or anything, right? I don't believe so.
Man,
correct?
No.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got to tell the woman that this one's a ghoul, and you probably want to get rid of them before they start infecting other people.
Kennel will go to the lady and he'll quietly whisper, "Yo, I think it might be time that I have a conversation with your husband."
Why's that?
He'll tip his head towards the sick bay because I don't know if you were equipped to deal with the news I got to give you.
She just narrows her eyes at you.
I wouldn't be saying this unless it was serious, ma'am. And Kennel is making an effort to drop all the bravado that he walked in with and just be very serious as he says this now.
Who is she?
You know, the lady that was with the fever that was in the back that had the shakes?
Yes.
Damn, I hate saying this. And he'll lean in and he'll quietly whisper the word infected now.
Yeah, she has a cut.
No,
It
it's not that
happens.
kind. I'm talking like ghoul or something like that kind of infected.
You mean she like holds up her hand and like pretends to gnaw on it?
Yeah. And Kettle's doing his best because like he wants to kind of pantomime like rawr, like the scratching and everything, but he's trying to be serious. So he's like, yeah,
I mean, you can tell someone, thank God this one's not a gnar. That would be considerably worse.
Oh God, that'd be bad.
Right?
I mean, I ain't no specialist in this stuff, but and he'll point at the hand and at the lady coming at wanna, that.
We told her not to go there.
What do you mean there? Wait, whoa. Like, you keeping them here or something?
There's a place here that we don't go. There's the shamans occasionally go. She was training to be one, and she was scratched. And this is her punishment for breaking the rules. And
Wait.
so you're like set her jaw and straighten up.
Wait, where is this place? What got them infectors? Like, where is this place? Because you said this was just a farm. Like, you just grew food here. Like, where are there other, And he'll actually bite his hand.
Would you roll me a negotiation
I will happily roll
at
a
a plus
negotiation.
4?
At a plus 4. I'm down to 1 edge. Oh God. I'll edge it. I'll use my last edge. Yeah, I can keep 8 of those.
Okay. She goes, yes, we grow food, but there's a place here that certain things are available that aren't normally there. And our shamans go there. They're not harmed. They're normally avoided, but someone who is not a shaman is at risk, and we keep it locked.
Kendall is going to like hold one arm up and basically point north, and then to the west, and then towards south, like trying to get a direction of where she's referring.
Don't you mind that? She pats you on the hand.
Over DNI, straight to Juliet. Yo, be real careful. There's a ghoul out there somewhere.
I'll shoot first, ask questions later. Don't worry, I'm not that kind of girl. No biting.
Because, well, so what do you need?
Yo, look, we just had to come get some food for some of our people, like, because we got some people who was getting sick from not having like real food, like they was just eating all the soy stuff. So we was just looking to get some of that stuff, and I mean, yo, you want to include some of them seeds? I mean, if you could be growing this stuff, I mean, maybe we can grow it. And we won't have so many sick kids where we live,
Soil's no good out there. You'd have to come here.
One other thing you could offer is that if we don't want to attack these people, which I don't think we do, because it looks like they could be valuable for resources, we know that they're going to have a software thing. I'm willing to bet it's not optimized, right? If I can optimize it for them, I can also jack a copy. I don't know if that's possible. I just wanted to raise that potential.
Soil's no good there. Let's go to the shaman. Come. And she stands up, like she grabs a cane that was underneath her, pulls herself up, and like holds her hand out to like grab a hold of one of yours. Oh, when she sees Horatio, what's he doing at this point?
He looks at her in the eyes and he says, "The pigeons of war are the heralds that bring the blessed AKs, which will fire the gold, which will not shoot the heart, but the mind, so the gold may be harvested from the bodies. The blessed AKs fire the lead. The shore is green. It'll soon be red."
She begins laughing and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and says something again in a language none of you understand, and shakes her head.
The prophesized orc is coming.
And she goes, "Come, we're going to the shaman. Come."
All right, yos, let's go. Was there anybody working in that infirmary, or was it just basically just a long house where just the sick and the injured were kept?
This is a long house where the sick and injured were kept.
Yeah, Kendall would pass the word for everybody to keep their distance from the woman in the back, just for their own safety.
I'll tell someone shortly. We'll take care of it. She goes from like smiling at Horatio to like very sullen again.
If we are going to deal with the ghouls, I can just retro them.
I was actually thinking the same direction.
They're not going to have gas masks.
Who says it's ghouls?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be real honest. If it's not ghouls, then we are nerve gassing them because you're not getting close to any strain 2. I'm going to be real honest about that. That is not something you want to happen at all. Or strain 1.
You mean you don't want Kendall turning into a je ne quoi with animal handling and a horde of cockatrices and hellhounds?
Good God, that would be horrifying. That'd be a fun way to take the game. Anyway.
God, talk about power creep. Jeez.
She leads you over to a man he's in a hut. Since you and Horatio have watched plenty of Trids, you would recognize like this place as being it's the stereotypical version of like what you would see like in a Neil the Orc barbarian Trid of a shaman's lodge. There's like feathers and bones, like all sorts of those decorations everywhere. He's sitting in front of a fire talking to a couple of small children, again in a language you don't understand. But when he sees you walk up with this matronly lady, he shoos the kids out and kind of motions for you guys to sit down in front of him.
Be prepared for the pigeons.
What's wrong with him?
He sampled a little bit of what mommy over there had. Horatio,
Ignore him then. Understand.
Horatio, bring your golden pigeons of rain war and come sit down, alright?
Well, he'll pull out his machine pistol, which is plated in gold. The pigeons are the herald. They bring the gold. The gold is in the bullets. They will release the minds from their bodies. The pure will inherit the earth.
So what brings you here? You know, it's like this guy actually speaks a lot clearer than pretty much anyone else.
So look, we rolled on out here because we were trying to get some real food because some of our people back where we live are getting sick from that. He'll look at improv. What's it called when you don't eat the right kind of food and you get real sick?
Scurvy.
That's the word. Yeah, that like there's pirates or something. So we was coming down here trying to buy some food, and Miss Thang back there, she was saying y'all just deal in trade. So since my girl here, she's real smart, like she knows that medical stuff. She started checking out some of your people, and we patched up the ones that got all like stabbed and shot and stuff. But there's a lady that was back there, the one with the fever. It's like we're pretty sure it's the ghoul sickness. I mean, we ain't positive, but she got the eyes and the claws, and it ain't no good.
Yeah, idiot. We'll take care of that. Don't worry yourselves about it. So what were you wanting to trade? Were you just wanting food? You shouldn't need me if you're just wanting food.
Well, no, because we're thinking like like all our people keep getting sick from this stuff, and we got to spend all this money buying meds or trading for it. We was thinking maybe getting into the same kind of business, and we were talking about buying some seeds from lady back there, and she said we had to get the right kind of soil, and we need a special equipment, and you can't just like put them on the dirt and they're going to grow. So maybe if we can take care of your problem with the ghouls, maybe maybe you hook us up with our own farming implements.
He laughs. He says, "It's not ghouls. It's well, if you can't tell, I'm not from here originally. The disease are from some sort of creatures. I've not seen them before, but we do have some old equipment where she got infected that you can take. While I can use magic, I'm not that good at it. Hence why I couldn't heal everyone. But if you wish to get it, feel free.
So if we can get it, we can just keep it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have no use for it. Nobody here knows how to repair it. I'm not even a shaman. I'm just playing the part.
I mean, that's half of what we need, right?
Yeah, there was he'll look at improv, like what else you need to run this stuff, like some kind of wares, right?
The rats will come from their towers. They will bathe in the blood of the liars.
That too. Ken will just put his fist out for a fist bump, like, okay, sure. Sounded profound.
I could put up a barrier if you decide to go in, but that's about all I can do.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this equipment's going to have some kind of like, what's it called? Software. That's what it's called. Going to have some kind of software we need to run it. You got that too, or how are we going to get that?
It would have to be inside there. There's an old office from the guy who designed all of this. There's an old office in the back. He draws it out like on the dirt floor, just a basic layout. He's like, I think it was an old research area, but further on behind it, there's a few old cyber terminals. If you can disconnect those, it should be in there.
All right.
And Kendall's going to pass it over to DNI. You able to find this building? Is this the one we're looking for?
It's inside the dome.
Oh, okay, got it. Now tell us some about this monster thing. You said it's not no ghoul. So what is it?
I've never gotten a good look at it. Yeah, I just did what the old shaman taught me. I just put up some sort of barrier that these things can't get through. Spirits can't get into it, because they just kind of can't bother me. I go in there every now and then to commune with the spirits and come back out, and everything's nice and okay.
Huh. All right. So cool. You said we can have the equipment. If we can get it out, we can have the equipment. What about some seeds and soil? What you want for that?
With the equipment, you won't need soil. You can just get fertilizer.
Oh, I have a lot to that.
There you go.
Speaking of which,
just fertilizer, water, running water, not stagnant. And with all the equipment that you can get, you should be fine.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, with all this farming you do, and you must have access to some fertilizer in large quantities, right?
Fertilizer, you mean manure? Yes.
Yo, improv, can you work with that?
Well, I mean, what do you want to do with it? We don't want to blow up the equipment that we're trying to get.
No, I mean if he gets you some of that manure stuff, can you turn that into, and he'll make the gesture of an explosion with his hands.
Probably with jury rigging pickle, would I be able to make like terrible quality explosives?
You'd be able to make black powder.
Sure.
That'd be about it.
I mean, something that explodes is better than nothing that explodes, right?
I'm just trying to keep possible contacts open for the future to get us things we might need.
Yeah. I mean, I've already gotten one thing we need out of this, which is the area around our base. If we ever get attacked, we need to just flood the whole area with retro. So I'm going to cook some of that up.
Don't forget we have attack cockatrices and dogs and hellhounds and drones. Oh, good lord, this is gonna be the safest place in all of Seattle.
But yeah, could I make like some black powder pipe bombs out of that and like some shitty junk here? They're gonna be crap, but they're kind of like improvised grenades, right?
Well, you would need more than
Okay.
just poop to make black powder. But
Look, man, I got some wire here. I got some buttons.
I can't remember exactly what black powder is made of. But like there's 6% that they used to do,
I know.
like in the Civil War, is
Yeah.
take that sort of stuff to get the sulfur that they need for it.
Yeah, sulfur, charcoal,
we need other-
saltpeter. We're
Yeah,
working
I
on
know.
it. We're working on it.
So answer is probably not in this case. But I can
No.
probably try and cook something else up.
Okay, all right, yo, give us a couple of days to figure some stuff out. You got any like video cameras or nothing in there?
Nothing I have
everything.
access to.
I swear to God, dude, just we fucking gas the whole fucking place and then go in gas masks because it's only inhalation vector.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll cook up some nerve gas. It'll be fine. Just don't breathe or make sure you have a gas mask or else you're going to die real bad.
Okay. So you guys want to go and get make some gas?
And probably be like, I don't know if you guys want to fight that, but if they breathe, I mean, I don't know if they have gas masks. They probably don't. So if you guys do, I can just, make them all die really painfully if they breathe.
Death is not death, but a new beginning.
Well, I mean, not for them because their lungs aren't going to really be lungs anymore once the gas is done.
It'll release the red.
I mean, yes, a lot of it inside though.
You want it.
Well, I mean, they won't. But I mean, okay,
You're born in the gold.
sure, okay, yeah, no, it'll be fine for us.
Yeah, Kennel, I think I can.
All right.
All right.
So, hey, yo, what do we call you, by the way, man? What's your name?
Do you want my name here, or do you want my actual name?
I want the name that I'm gonna use when I call you on your comm code, and he'll actually hold out his comm link. How about you punch in some numbers, and we'll let you know when we're ready to roll.
I don't have one.
Oh, did you break yours too? Don't worry, man. I got an extra around here somewhere. Hang on. Oh, dang, I left. Anybody here got an extra comm link?
Yeah, I made this one out of baling wire and some canvas. You see, it's a comm link.
That's real soft.
He
That
pulls
feels
out a
nice.
can of spray paint and hands it to you.
Oh,
Thanks.
okay. Yeah, no, I can make this a comm link. Hold on.
+2 to reception because of all the metal. Kendall will pass over the comm link to this guy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call you on this when we're ready to roll in, so you can make sure your people are out of there. You understand? Because we don't want none of your people getting hurt.
Okay. Just call me John.
All right, John. We can call you that. Cool. Yeah. Give us a couple of days. We're gonna do our homework. We're gonna set some stuff up, and then we're gonna give you like a day's notice to get out of there and make sure nothing bad happened to you. All right?
I'm not going in there.
Don't worry, man. We got you. We take care of this. And Kendall will stand and offer his hand.
He shakes his hand. He goes out. Nobody will bother you when you get out. I'll let the chief know that you guys are coming through. He should be fine with it.
And without further word, Kendall will make sure he has Hodor nice and close, and he will turn and start leaving, stopping at the door to make sure Horatio isn't, eating a chair or anything like that.
No, he's standing there staring at a spot in the wall, and he seems to be talking to it.
All right.
Deliver the message.
All right, how about since you got to drive us home, how about you deliver the truck back to the house? Oh, Drake, he's our ride home, man. Hey,
well, I mean, you can still drive. It's fine,
Alright.
right?
He can. Well, no, he's disoriented. You probably don't want him driving.
I can drive.
Mr. GM, but the one thing I wanted to make sure, when I shook the guy's hand, because I have the touch link, so I have super duper sensitive touch, did he have like soft hands, like a pansy, or did he have like manly, I work with my hands, like blue collar calloused hands?
Pretty soft hands.
He's a shaman.
Yeah, he ain't from around there. So we will pour Horatio into the back of the truck, and I will try to make sure all of his firearms are on safe, just so he doesn't start shooting anybody. And we will pick up Juliet, and I believe we will head back to the
Looks
chamber.
over
All
us.
right.
He looks you in the eye and goes, "I'm the prophesied one."
Well, you know what they say, whoever's prophesized is paying for dinner, all right? That's got profit in the name.
And then he puts his hand on your forehead and says, "I cleanse you of your sins. You can be reborn now."
I will do that first thing in the morning. How about that? Because I'm in the mood for some Chinese food. So let's roll. Let's roll. We get back.
I
Wow.
love the color green.
Mr. GM, based on the information that we have, the sensor readouts from the drone, the descriptions from the shaman, and the medical information that Improv gathered on the infected woman, is there any way we can do some kind of research to figure out what actually did this to the lady?
Yeah. Would you be looking like at the Matrix?
Well, I was thinking a
What were you
combination
guys
of,
looking for?
with my skills in parazoology, with the fact that we've already engaged ghouls once before, so we kind of have an idea about HMHVV. Like we have a starting point, and then feed all of the. It's like going to WebMD and feeding all of the symptoms in, and finding out that it's cancer. Everything's cancer. Just trying to narrow down what our potential obstacles will be here. Since the guy said it's not a ghoul, and Kendall doesn't really know what else there is that does this kind of stuff. Just trying to figure out if we should bring, hammers or flamethrowers.
Okay, that'll work, Improv. It's one of two things. It's either a blood monkey, or one that most people don't believe actually exists, a drop bear. Most likely, looking at her, she was potentially coming a Luguru, which is an HMHVV2.
Oh yeah, we're using gas. You're not getting anywhere close to strain 2 shit. Fuck that. Now, if it's critters, I don't believe any of the critters have the immunities, right? Do they? I don't remember.
Nobody but humans can be nothing but humanoids can be infected by HMHV2.
I mean, it's the kind of thing we would try whether or not we knew it would work, right?
Wait, so would we know that there's likely an actual strain 2 in there?
Something's in there that can potentially infect you with HMHVV2.
When it comes to critters, there are critters that can be carriers for HMHVV strain 2 without actually having it themselves.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then there's the
that's
actual
fine.
strain 2 infected who we could get it from.
Okay,
Sorry,
yeah, because
I
if it's strain 2
misunderstood what you're asking. My bad.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just because if it's strain 2 infected, gas isn't going to do shit. And that shit's fucking terrifying. Because those things are fucking insane. Strain 2 is fucking horrifying.
Yep.
Wait, now, Improv, didn't you say that if they got the HMH stuff that they can't handle no sunlight?
Well, I mean, from what I read here, they don't like die in it, but it really sucks. I don't like it.
Well, what if we just build like a whole bunch of mirrors or some of that optical fibers or something, and like we just go in at like noon or something, and like we just beam all that sunlight in and be like blood out.
Now, actually, one question, because I actually don't know. I don't know if anyone else knows this out of the lore. Is it sunlight like in a magical sense, or is it ultraviolet light?
No, it's an allergy.
It's straight sunlight.
There's talk in one of the earlier books about corporations installing basically air purification systems that have UV filters in order to
in
combat
the vents to stop
Yep.
mist form.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious. That means like once a month the janitor has to go in and scrape the vampire guts off the filter.
Yeah. Okay. That would seem to imply. Yes, I've read that passage. That's right. That would seem to imply that UV light works.
So yeah,
Okay,
yeah, but yeah, it's a good
All right,
point.
I can probably make. Ooh, oh shit! Could I use jury rigger to jury rig flash packs to emit on the
Oh,
ultraviolet
God.
spectrum?
Are we making the grenades from Blade? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh God.
Well, do you want to use a point of common sense?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
specifically said that there were UV lights.
The one issue with that, and I mean I was aware, but I would imagine that these things would be very aware of how terrible UV light is, and even if they're not sapient, I could imagine them smashing those. Because at least some
That's
of them
fair.
would have been on when they came in, and if UV light fucks you up, you're gonna make sure that any source of UV light gets fucked up. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, can we get some? Can we get some flashbacks?
I'm all for it. That'd be cool.
Oh my god! If you had pulse weave.
Oh god.
Oh, that'd
the
be amazing.
The anti-vampire disco suit. Oh, that'd be great.
You just give a mage pulse weave and a flash shield and make sure you learn sunbeam. And it's like, get out of here, infected. Get out.
Oh.
Number one, we want to kill as many of them as possible. So I'd like to make some retro. And then let me look up flash packs because I don't actually know what their availability and stuff is. All right, let me get my spider helping me out. So improv would say, guys, so I'm making the gas that will like help us, but you need to know not come into the lab. I'm gonna be in a suit because if you breathe this in first, you're gonna start spasming. You'll probably break your spine, and then if you don't die from that, you'll be paralyzed, and you'll die because you can't breathe because your lungs are paralyzed.
Yeah,
also, it's gonna hurt a lot.
Hey, Improv, I was thinking, you know how, around like holidays and like your birthday, like, somebody will send you a card that has like some kind of cute saying in there?
No, I never got those.
Well, I was going to say, you don't ever try to write those because sometimes you say some horrifying dreck.
Really?
You have a grenade built into your toilet. I think we need to get you a hobby.
Well, I mean that's fine as long as you don't touch the wire. Just don't touch it. But all right, let me cook this stuff up after she warns you. Do not breathe, or you are going to die. Like, absolute. How large was the area that they kind of had closed off, Mr. GM?
It's roughly probably 75 meters by 75.
Okay, would improv get an idea based on the size and air density of how much she would need to make to cover that area if you then jury-rigged some kind of like fan system?
First things first on that, the fans, because remember when we did the scouting with the fly spy, we could see the fans. Are those like forced air fans for high pressure blowing into the building, or are they exhaust fans?
Yes.
So they're blowing
Okay.
in.
They're blowing inside.
Okay, because usually putting stuff in the air thing doesn't really do much, but if they're specifically to
No.
circulate air inside rapidly,
This was specifically like a hyperbaric chamber
Yeah.
type deal.
All right, that's fine then. We can just drop it in there. Let's get started on that. Hey,
Well, you have nerve gas.
all right, we got a cocktail of fucking horrifying bullshit. And then flash packs. What do you guys think if we went out and got about a dozen?
Oh, we should get the modifier for the gun that had it at the end.
One other question. So the way flash packs work is it uses one charge per turn, right? But you can
Yes.
plug it into something to recharge. Is it possible for me to buy like vibroblade batteries or something and like hack them together so that these things last longer?
Like, yeah, you get like car batteries.
Well, I just mentioned the vibroblade battery because it's a specific thing. But batteries, just like in general, I could like jury rig something up there, tape them together kind of deal.
Yeah, it'll have to be something that you actually have to either buy or find.
Oh, yeah. All right, so it doesn't flash packs, it doesn't batteries, guys? What do you think? Because that way we have one for each of us, and then you can scatter some around.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
And then what are you going to want, a hardware to modify those?
Yes.
This kind of jury rigging?
Of course.
I love your willingness to apply that to nearly everything.
If you have creativity, that's the blade grenade. I would imagine that even with the battery, they're not going to last super long because these things were not intended to emit on the ultraviolet end of the spectrum, which uses up considerably more energy than the visible part of the spectrum.
Well, I mean, it's ultra. That means it's more, right?
No, not really. But no. But I mean, okay, I guess, sure. Okay, that's the way to think about it.
Cool. Good to know I'm right.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. I don't know if these probably burn out pretty quickly, but if they give these things a severe allergy penalty while you have to fight them, that's pretty good. Severe allergies really suck.
Oh, wood pulp. We need wood pulp.
I was thinking about that, but do we have the skills to know about using that stuff?
I think it's only vampires.
Yeah, it's only vampires.
Aww.
They do have an allergy to wolf's bane.
You guys might want to pick up some silver bullets, if only because I thought she was turning into a loop guru.
Oh boy.
And if there is something in there, silver bullets are going to fuck it up real good.
Oh, does anybody know if there are rules for coating like throwing knives in silver, or putting a silver edge on them?
And I can deposit silver onto a surface in a chemistry lab.
Oh,
Perfect.
probably use gold. That's a more valuable metal, and it's more likely to hurt them.
I don't think it's actually true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's just
That's just what Horatio would think. Exactly.
I released this episode a day late on purpose because I absolutely despise April Fool's Day. I trust absolutely nothing that comes out on this cursed holiday, so a later release with the guarantee that, yes, a handful of grown adult professionals can come up with ideas this horribly terrible was a good choice. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you again next week.